Hello and welcome to Stanch and Snacks, a bit of a mouthful. On this channel, I create a dish that represents a past player of both Southampton and our opponents. So this week, Millwall. Now when I was looking at the list of potential players to reference in today's episode, one name popped out straight away, and that is Bartosz Białkowski. Now Bartosz Białkowski is from Poland, and it got me thinking about some of the great Polish players we've had over the years, and also the connection that Poland has to Southampton as a city.
And the keeper has saved it. It's exposed now. It's 6-0. And it's a hat-trick from Southampton. There'll be some Poles dancing in Southampton tonight.
So today we are going to be creating Polish hot dogs with two little sides. Now the sides are the most exciting thing, but let's get the sausage on straight away. For this, I have just got myself a Polish sausage. And yes, I am as intimidated by this as you are, but this is pre-cooked, cured and smoked. Obviously, I could have made my own sausage. I could have cured it. I could have smoked it for you. But I thought it would be more interesting to concentrate on the accompaniments. So all we're going to do is just, you can eat this cold, but that is not going to fit in that pan, is it? I tell you what, we'll put it back in here. So you can eat this cold, but all we're going to do really is just start to warm it up a little bit in the oven. So just a little bit of olive oil, a little bit of oil on our sausage, straight into an oven, pretty hot oven. That's gas mark 7, and we will glaze that later on. So the first sort of accompaniment that we're going to create is a Mizeria salad. Please do not come at me for the pronunciation of Mizeria, but it basically means misery.
I'm your #1 fan. My name is Annie Wilkes.
Although it is not a misery, it is a absolute belter of a salad, and it uses cucumbers. Ideally, these little sort of baby picnic cucumbers. And all we're going to do is start off by slicing these really nice and thin. I did about 4 in the end, and then we place them into a colander and just a pan or something underneath that's going to catch any moisture, which we're now going to extract by seasoning it. So I'll give it a nice season just with a bit of Maldon's. Now you don't necessarily have to do this bit, but if this is something that you're going to be keeping in the fridge or you're going to be eating at a later date, it's important to do this because it just means that the moisture and the water will be extracted at this point, and it won't happen later on, and your salad won't split later. So once we've done that, we can now, through the magic of television, skip forward a little bit. So first thing we're going to do, I'm going to give this a little taste. If for whatever reason you've over-salted it and it's a little bit too salty, you can just wash these off at this point. So first thing I'm going to add is a little bit of sugar. I like to use granulated, a little bit of brown sugar, and just a little sort of sprinkle on the top there, enough that you can see, maybe a teaspoon. And we'll just give that a little mix through. And again, at this point, you give it a little taste. Now we should get a sort of nice balance between sweet and salty. It's beautiful. Then a little bit of vinegar, apple cider vinegar, just a sort of a little dribble like that, not too much. And again, this is a vinegar that's got a nice sort of balance to it, but you can use any vinegar you like really. I wouldn't use balsamic or anything like that. And then to this again, little taste. Then we're going to add some dill. If you don't like dill, don't add it. If you know, add as much as you want. So in that goes all of that. So then the final thing that we're going to add is a little bit of sour cream. Now you don't want to add too much of this at once, you know, because if you taste it now, it tastes absolutely fantastic, beautiful. So it only needs a little bit, and that is it. Misery salad done. And you can store this now in a jar in the fridge. As long as you've salted the cucumbers first, it will stay in the fridge like this forever, really. Maybe if you were serving this on the side, just a few little nice sprigs of dill. Boom, look at that. So at this point, our sausage is definitely hot enough. It's kind of just starting to split. So we're just going to hit this. We're going to almost make like a Cheats barbecue saucy glaze thing all in the pan. So a little bit of soy first. You know, if you're in the shit in a kitchen and you need barbecue sauce instantly.
How long?
Soy, tomato ketchup, and you're done. So we'll just put that back in just to finish. And now our second accompaniment, the next thing that we're going to do is something that you got to have. You got to have onions with a hot dog. So we're going to do these lovely crispy shallot rings that I call Shallot Rings a la Ivy. And that is because when I worked at the Ivy, the original Ivy on West Street, the first job that I really had in the kitchen was making these shallot rings. The first 2 weeks that you're in a kitchen like that, you just do prep. You're not allowed on service. So I was responsible for sort of making the hollandaise and the shallot rings in time for service. It was all I did for the first week. But I can remember actually one of my very good friends, Brian Mbazi, after the sort of first 5 days, I can remember he came up to me and he went, "What's your next job, chef?" At about 11 o'clock. And I was like, "I'm going to do the shallot rings now." And he was like, "Oh, I've already done the shallot rings." And I was like, "You what? I do the shallot rings. I'm the shallot ring boy. I'm the little onion boy. I'm the little onion boy. But I'm the little onion boy." It's my role and responsibility and took it off me. Anyway, join me over there. Let's make some shallot rings. So shallots, this is a banana shallot. Yes, they're a little bit more expensive, but they're easy to find. They're in supermarkets. They're the best. Just use them, yeah? And peel them, make sure that they're ringy, and then using the whole of the knife, cut nice slices. Not super thin, but nice, consistent slices. Take your time. Don't do this super fast. And then push the middles out so that you got little rings. Don't throw the middles away. We can still use them. And then soak them in a little bit of milk, ideally overnight or as long as you've got. And then drain them off. And then flour, tempura flour or corn flour, and some spices, whatever you like. Bit of turmeric, bit of sumac I've got in there. And then we're going to give these shallots a real nice coating in that flour, and then we're going to put them back into the milk and then back into the flour. Make sure you do this at least twice, maybe even 3 times. And then over to the deep fat fryer, so nice and hot, about 200 centigrade at least. Pop them all in. They don't take very long, so have a little tea towel ready on a tray. Lift them out with a spider and then give them a nice season with salt straight away. I only use Malden. And that's it, shallot rings done. Ready for service, chef. So, the final thing we're going to do with our sausage, we're just going to add a little squirt into here of Tommy K. And we're just going to kind of make that into this nice little, slightly sticky sort of glaze. I asked my personal shopper to get me a nice looking brioche bun. I think she's done a good job here. I'm going to cut this down the middle here. Maybe give it just a little toasty. Open it up. So, butter down the middle. Doesn't have to be perfect. So, whack that in a nice hot pan. And then we get this beautiful little glazy. Just gets everything going. In it goes. You know, you might serve this misery salad on the side, but I might just put a few little bits on here like this. There we go. Onions a la Ivy. And it doesn't matter if they're not all rings. You little sprigs of dill. That is a stanchion snack. The first hot dog of the series. A Polish hot dog for you with misery salad Well, here we go. Let's dig in. Now, I've had some hot dogs in my time, you know. As a little boy, I used to have some rollovers. I've actually had some decent hot dogs at St Mary's, but I mean, look at that. Saints, get in touch, guys. What are you waiting for? I've been whapping out the content for you. Get me down. I'll serve some of these up at St Mary's for you. So, let's whop it in half, I think. I'm definitely not going to pick this up in one. Wow. That is so good. It's sticky, it's sweet, it's crispy. We got more of these onions. Serve them on the side, pop another one on. This salad is absolutely delicious. It makes what can sometimes feel like quite unhealthy and dirty and naughty in a hot dog fresh and light and balanced, and it's absolutely sensational. Yes, it's a bit big, it's a bit naughty. It's a bit of a mouthful. It's a stanchion snack. Guys, please try this one. Try making that salad. It's absolutely delicious. And enjoy the game. If you're at Millwall, let me know. I will be at Millwall. So if you see me, knock me on the back of the head. Say hello. I won't have any of these with me. I don't think they'll travel very well. Please like and subscribe. Share with your friends. Share with your enemies. And now for hanging out is some legendary Polish Saints goals.
Play on. He gets back on the pitch. He's played everyone on side. Back it comes, and Saints have the lead.
Best, Sermon, Saganowski. What a finish that
is over this. Got Salisu on the edge of the box as Ward-Prowse flicks it in. Header towards the back stick and it's in!